Hey Moms on the Go, we thank you for watching another edition of our freelance business tutorials. So today the tutorial that we are going to go over is about 5 real ways to make money from home. There's a lot of stuff on the internet about making money, and they're like surveys and gift cards and stuff like that. Well, I've done that, and I have made some points and purchased some things, got some free gift cards, but we're talking about we want to make real cash, right? Real cash. Okay? That's what we want to do. We want to make real cash. We're not here to take surveys and do things like that. So we know that if we make that we have to work in order to make this and to make it work, okay? We have to work. So nothing is in life is free. I'm trying to get my camera here for my money. So nothing in life is free. We know that. So we know that we're going to have to put some hard work into it, and we're just going to have to find that niche that works for us, right? Right. So we're going to talk in this video about 5 ways that we can make money from home. So anybody can do this. These are pretty much simple things where you don't have to go out and spend a lot of money and buy a lot of things. Um, you can just do these, and in a little or no time, within a day or so, that you can be up and running. So we're talking about 5 of them right now, and then we're going to talk about maybe another 5 in the next video, okay? So I don't want to overwhelm you guys. So right now, we're talking about 5 real money making opportunities. No fluff. We're not trying to get clickbait or anything like that. We're actually trying to help you guys. So one of the things that you can do is you can visit our website at www.momsonthego.com. And on there, we have a lot of freelance opportunities, a lot of freelance information for you. So you want to make sure that you bookmark our site and you go to it as well. So we're going to have a PowerPoint possibly attached to this video, right? So you guys can follow along. Some of you like to listen, and some of you like to watch, and some of you are visual. So I decide I'm pretty visual, so I like PowerPoint presentations. So I thought you guys might be, some of you might be visual also. So we want to keep everybody in tune and working together, okay? So the first one that we're going to talk about is being a tutor. So a tutor is one of the more popular things that you can do on the internet, well, off the internet. If you go and search, tutor is going to be one of those things that you're going to find that can make you really good money. So I've been a tutor, and I won't give anybody advertising here. Maybe later if someone wants to pay me for advertising. Okay, you can do that in my videos. But right now, I'm just going to talk about basic tutoring. So in order to tutor, it's pretty easy. You can go about tutoring a couple of different ways here, but tutoring is a field that's always in great demand. The students always need extra help on various subjects in school. So if you were good in math or algebra or writing, or if you want to do elementary and you want to help kids that are, little bitty kids, you can do that. You can tutor them. So I specifically um, tutored some kids, a few of them I had, with this company, and they basically had their portal, right? And they found these parents that went out, and they paid to find a tutor for their son or daughter, right? And then they booked through the company, and then I'm part of one of their tutor databases for their tutors. And what happened was that once the people, um, I'm trying to get my words together here. So once they got on the company's website and they found it and they decided their child needs a tutor or whatever, they went on there, pulled up a database. Somehow I received emails saying there's someone in this area that needs to be tutored. Well, I narrowed my area down to like so many miles because I didn't want to drive all over the place. I wasn't really getting paid that much money. The company was actually getting more money than I was. Um, and, and they had a lot of restrictions. So it's good if you just want to work under someone else or under another company and you don't want to do this hard footwork to try and get yourself out there. You can do that, or but you're going to find out you're doing all the legwork, you're using your printer, your ink, everything, and these companies are making a lot of money off of you, and yet you're doing all the work, right? So once I found out that I was actually doing all the work, spending all the time searching and for the right curriculum, they didn't have a curriculum for me to go by. I had to search for the right curriculum for my students. I decided that, I don't think I want to work for them anymore. Once I found out how much money they were making for me, they were making, if it was an 80-20 thing, they were getting 80%, I was getting 20. And I think that I could have done this by myself. Granted, yeah, would have maybe taken a little bit more work from me. Um, but that's what I want to tell you guys. I think that tutoring is good. I believe it is because I did make money from it. Again, I got my tutors, I got the students from this company. So it wasn't that much work that I had to do, okay? So, um, sorry. See, or excuse me. Okay, sorry. I had to wipe my nose and everything. Okay, so in order to be a tutor, you have to know that that's something you want to do, that's your passion. So my passion, I love kids, and I was really rewarded by teaching them and seeing how they developed and how they blossomed and how they caught on to tutoring. So you have to know your why, and that's the reason that you're going to be tutoring. I don't know what's wrong with my nose. Sorry, people. So the reason that you can become a tutor, number one, is for the extra money, right? That's why we're here. We're here to see how can I make extra money. So that's one of the reasons that you become a tutor. The next one is because you're going to have flexible hours. Tutors have flexible hours. I was able to make my own schedule and tutor when I wanted to. I wanted to go where I wanted to, when I wanted to, pretty much my thing, right? I wanted to do when I wanted to do and where I want to do it. Now I did, um, the people that was sent to me, um, they had ideas and they had things that, like I want to tutor in this area, I want to tutor at my home. Well, if I didn't feel comfortable about the area, then we met at a library, right? So libraries have like separate rooms that you can go into and you can do your tutoring and all that. So I decided to do that for that particular family. Actually, both my families or several of my families, we worked in the library, okay? So again, that's extra money. You had flexible hours. It was rewarding because it made me feel good to be able to teach the students and they learned and I see how they developed. And it's great work experience. It's something to put on your resume. It's something that you can put on your resume, tell other people about, and word of mouth is really good for that. So the next thing you would need to know is the steps on becoming a tutor. So first of all, you need to be able to know something, right, about a specific subject. You need to have graduated high school and possibly college. There are some companies out there, and I won't mention their name as well. If you don't have a college degree, no matter what, they won't hire you, right? Because a lot of these tutoring jobs want people that graduated from high school, number one. And number two, they want people that have a college degree. So that's one of the things. You can't just, not have finished high school and decide to tutor someone's child because they're going to want to know, what have you done? They want to know your credentials, something about you. So you need to graduate high school or college. You can research different tutoring companies. Like I told you, there was several out there, and I dealt with one particular, but there is another one out there as well, and there's probably several, right? And then the next thing, if there's any training or anything like that that you need to do, which I never went through any kind of training, right? Because I knew the curriculum and I knew what to do. I have kids, so I taught my kids. I homeschooled them, so I knew exactly what to do and how to go about doing it. And if you help your kids with homework already, then you're already a tutor, right? Because that's basically what you need to know. And you need to check with your state to see if you need to get licensed, any kind of licensing or anything. And then you need to advertise, whether it's word of mouth, whether you go to the schools, whether you talk to parents, whether you go to PTA meetings, whether you put notes on cars or flyers on cars, and you need to set your rates. Make sure that and when you're setting your rates, you go online, you look at the competition, you see what your area, your state, and your area is doing as far as competition, right? And make sure your rates are pretty comparable to what everybody else is charging. For instance, most places, if you charge between 15 an hour on up, depending on what subject you're teaching, or if you're teaching something like the GMAT or the SAT or the ACT, you can charge more than that, right? If you're pretty much well versed on that. Okay, so again, steps to becoming a tutor is you need to have graduated high school or college. Uh, look into your research for tutoring companies if you're not going to do it by yourself. Complete any training, get licensed, advertise your business, and set your rates. Okay? So then the next thing that we're going to decide is what specialization or age group that you're going to work with. I prefer to work with elementary students because I felt like they learn quickly. And if their parents are following up. So if the parents are not following up, then it's a little bit more difficult, right? So you're going to want to make sure that the parents are following up with whatever homework that you're giving the students. Okay, so the specializations that you can look into, they're like the ACT, SAT, the GMAT, lots of different specializations. You can do reading and writing, you can do math, you can do special education, and you can do study skills, right? Any of those, there's probably other ones that you can do to work with the kids and work with any kind of specialization, and you can go and do that as well. So how much money can I expect to earn as a freelance private tutor? So private tutors can set their own rates. Most tutors can make anywhere from, again, $15 to $40 an hour. So if you add that up, that's good money, right? If you tutor 2 students 2 times a week, you can earn $60 to $80 an hour for 1-hour sessions each. Normally, the parents will buy into 1-hour sessions each. And it may not sound like a lot at first, but when you add it up, you can make a good side hustle income from tutoring. So if you guys have any other questions about tutoring, since I've done that, you can please leave a description or a question in the description, and I will return all questions answered promptly. Okay? So moving on to number 2.